Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite Ravens YouTube channel and podcast, Talking Ravens all day, every day, with your host Justin P. and my two MVP co-hosts, with the S at the end, Miss Shannon Finch and Super Dave, the mailman, aka David Woods. Episode 113, and for the audio version, season 2, episode 19. All the links are right there in the description below, along with myself, Shannon, and Dave's social media platforms. And all I'm about to say, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. David got some good topics as well. Shannon has some great topics on Tuesdays. You guys always bring in that heat. You know what I mean? My 18. All right, so without further ado, Dave, the floor is yours.
All right, Ravens Nation. Look, man, you already know it's off season, so look, we're gonna keep it funky. I'm gonna come with some new stuff for y'all, much as I can, because there's really not much going on to the draft next month. So you already know we were playing Deal or No Deal, and pretty much everybody's already signed and delivered for the most part. So look, we're gonna change up a little bit. I got a new game for y'all. We're gonna do Contender and Pretender. After the free agency, teams with a lot of moves going on around the league. Some teams got better and some teams got worse. So we're gonna see if they contenders to make the playoffs or they pretenders. All right, so y'all ready for this?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's start off with the AFC West. Let's start off with the Kansas City Chiefs. Contender, pretender. What you got for me, Shannon?
Contender every year. I mean, you got Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid. What else do you need? Contender.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much right there. If you start with that, you're in good shape. Well,
Hmm.
look like Justin fed the black. Let's give him a second. Let's see if he comes back. You know what I mean? I don't know, so someone hit him upside the head or something. You know what I mean?
Sorry about that. Had a call. Had a call. What you say, Shannon? I missed your whole
I
segment. What
said,
you calling?
I said, I said the Chiefs are contenders. As long as you got Pat and Andy Reid, they contenders.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, Justin, what you got? You agree?
Same thing. Same thing. Okay.
Right? They got him again. Real simple. Yeah, the rich get richer. The only big loss that they had was L'Jarius Sneed. They add Hollywood Brown to help the receiving core. Top five defense. Yeah, you already know they're gonna be right back in the thick of things. So yeah, Kansas City definitely contender.
Hmm.
All right, let's go to the Denver Broncos. What you got, me, Shan?
Pretenders. I don't like nothing about what Sean Payton got going on right now. So pretenders.
Okay. What you got for me, Justin?
The same
Denver.
pretenders. They don't even have a starting quarterback right now, so pretenders.
Yeah, I believe they're pretenders, but they're not really far away. They did pretty good with what they had last year, 9-8. I think Sean Payton's a great coach. I mean, look from where they came from. They weren't really close. And, I think that all they need is a quarterback. They lost, Justin Simmons. That's going to hurt the defense. And they traded
Yeah.
Jerry Judy. So definitely pretender. But they're not too far away, though. All right. Now, this team right here is interesting right here. The Las Vegas Raiders. What you got for me, Shannon?
I would say just pretender may not make the playoffs, right?
Hmm.
I would say pretenders, but I kind of feel the same way you feel about the Broncos. I feel like they're close. I feel like they're going to play hard for their new coach. Like I mean, they still have questions they got to answer, but I do feel like they're close. But I'm going to say pretenders right now.
Okay. What you think? What you think, Justin? Las
Pretend,
Vegas Raiders.
pretenders. Because they got a new coach first full year. Got lost Josh Jacobs. Lost Chandler Jones. So they lost a couple guys on defense. So they got to replenish that. So I'll give them for this first year at least. For this first year at least, pretenders.
Okay. Well, look, I'm going to go against y'all. I think these guys are contenders, man. Antonio
Mhm.
Pierce got these guys playing hard.
That's
Second
true.
half of the season, these guys were playing hard hitting football. You add Christian Wilkins to that defensive line to go with Max Crosby. If they get a good quarterback in the draft, I'm gonna tell you right now, With that 13th pick, I wouldn't be surprised if they go try to get Bo Nix or Michael Penix. These guys can be dangerous, man. And I think Zamir White is going to be a breakout player. He's going to get a chance to start with Josh Jacobs in Green Bay. He played
Right.
pretty well with the little opportunity that he had. You still
Hmm.
got Devontae Adams. I mean, look, these guys can be dangerous, man. So I'm gonna give them contender. I think they got a little chance. So
Okay.
like you see, with a good coach, like look at well, I'm gonna save that one, but with a good coach, these guys can go somewhere. All right, on to the next team. What y'all think about the Los Angeles Chargers? Contender, pretender. What you think, Shannon?
Contender. I think Jim Harbaugh is going to come there and bring an identity to the team, similar to what he did with the 49ers. We've seen him do it in college as well with different quarterbacks and different teams. They have a, a, whether you want to call him great or good, they have a quarterback. They can get the job done. Greg Roman's going to come in there. The run game is going to be legit. I definitely can see them being a playoff team this year. So I'll say contender.
Okay. All right. What you think, Justin?
Hmm.
Los Angeles Chargers.
Uh, I'm gonna say pretender only why because you got rid of two receivers that was key for you. Now you got to replace those two with two rookies. That's gonna be probably kind of tough. If it wasn't for that, it'd have been contender all day long. But that right there, you gotta bring in two rookie receivers. That might hurt. That might hurt the process going forward. Because look how Quentin Johnson, he had a rough start. So I'm gonna say pretender because of the lack of offensive weapons right now.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think these guys are pretenders, man. These guys are really kind of rebuilding. Jim Harbaugh, he's back in the league. Herbert coming off an injury. They lost Keenan Allen. He had a great season last year.
And Mike Williams.
Right, I was about to say Mike Williams. He's not walking through the door. They have a lot of holes to fill on both sides of the ball. Gus Edwards, I think he's going to do a good job replacing Eckler. He got him back with Greg Roman. So, but I think they got work to do on both sides of the ball. So
A
I'm gonna
lot.
say pretend. Yeah.
And
All
Khalil
right.
Mack and Khalil Mack might be gone too, so that's another little.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that they reworked his contract, so I think he's
They're
going to
keeping
stay.
him. Yeah, he's going to stay there.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the AFC South. Let's talk about these guys last year, man. Let's talk about Jacksonville Jaguars, contender, pretender. What you think, Shannon?
It's tough to say. I mean, you saw how they played this year. You would have said they was a contender because they were up until the point like they were there, right in the thick of things, and then it just collapsed. Um, I'm gonna say pretender just because of how things ended last year. You know what I mean? Like I don't have any faith right now that it's going to be anything different. That's a winnable division, and they couldn't win it. So I'm gonna say pretender.
What you think, Justin?
Pretender they lost both their starting corners. Advertised Darius Williams back with the Rams, Shaquille Griffin in Houston. It's like you only got Tyson Campbell. Uh, their number one receiver now is in Tennessee. So Duvernay, you can't expect Duvernay to replace Calvin Ridley. So yeah, pretenders.
I agree, man. Look, these guys faded like a receding hairline last year. They were at the top of the AFC, and they just dropped like the temperature at night. Like you
Hmm.
just said, they lost Ridley. This is a big year for Trevor Lawrence, man. So I don't see it, man. They got some work to do, man.
For
Hmm.
sure,
So
for
pretender
sure.
for the Jaguars. All right, let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts. Contender, pretender. What you think, Shan?
Um, I'm gonna say contender. I like what I saw from Anthony Richards last year. Before he got hurt. I I question a coach sometimes in their mindset, but I saw a Colts fan explaining the logic behind how they do their business. So I'm kind of giving them like a wait and see approach. So I'll say contenders because I think it's possible they if they put it together they could make the playoffs.
Okay, what you think, Justin?
Oh,
Indianapolis Colts.
yeah, definitely contender because they was great, win the division. last week, last week of the season. They lost to Houston.
Mhm.
Anthony Richardson fully healthy. Jonathan Taylor now healthy and got inside. They made some moves defensively. So yeah, they definitely could be a contender.
All right, look, I'm gonna say pretender. I think these guys may be 1 year away. Andy Richardson coming back off injury. He was playing well but until he got hurt. Jonathan Taylor got his money. He started the season last year. He won the contract. And they got Michael Pittman back. So that was big. But Shane Steichen is a really good coach. But I just think that they're 1 year away because the AFC is so tough. I think they'll just miss the playoffs. They're going to be right there, but I think they'll just miss it. I mean, like I said, it's top seven. So I think they're going to be like 8, 9. They're going to be in the hunt, though. So,
So you got the Raiders over the Colts, and the Colts got more of and the Colts know who their quarterback is. The Raiders don't, but okay,
yeah, look what stand up.
okay.
The Raiders had a great defense, bro. What? And then he put Christian Wilkins with Max Crosby. What?
You forgot no Chandler Jones. That's gonna hurt.
Uh, yeah,
But to
but I
each his
mean,
own.
I think Pierce will make it happen. Like I said, like with the little bit of talent they had last year. I mean, look, I think that's what.
I'm an AP guy, but yeah, I think that was only a couple games now versus a whole season, and I think he's gonna do well, but we gotta wait and see. That was only a small sample size.
Right, but look, this team right here is the reason why I think that they won't make the playoffs because I think that only one team out of that division is going to make it. So, what you think about the Houston Texans? What you think, Shannon?
Oh, they're definitely contenders. I mean, we saw what they did last year with a young squad. CJ Stroud was almost basically some people had him in an MVP conversation at one point of the season last
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
I only see them getting better, so they're definitely contenders.
Yeah, yeah. What you think, Justin?
absolutely contender. Like D'Amico Ryan should have got Coach of the Year. Like I get what Stefanski did with the quarterbacks and all that. I get it, but the Browns were expected to be a good team. The Texans weren't. They were
I
expected to
think.
win five games, maybe at best.
Mhm.
Right.
So yeah, CJ grew up quick, man. Like I said, with a lot of unproven talent. Now guys are gonna want to come there and play. So yeah, they're definitely
Mhm.
contender, man.
And we could see that week one when we played them. We could see that then.
Right. Right. I agree. These guys are going to be a handful. Like this was the most improved team from last year. And I think they're the most improved team after free agency. These guys made some good moves.
Yeah,
D'Amico Ryans, if they'd have gave him coach of the year, I'd have been good with it. He had a super impressive first season. Then you add Joe Mixon, Pro Bowl running back. What? Daniil Hunter on the other side of Will Anderson.
picked up
CJ Stroud going the second year.
C.J. Henderson, a good underrated corner. Like they made
Yes.
some good
Oh
moves.
yeah. I say, look, wait, man, look, Houston, we have a problem, man. These guys gonna be in there, man. Tell it.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to the next topic. How big of a loss is Jadeveon Clowney? What you think, Shannon?
I think it's going to be a loss. I mean, I can't even minimize his impact last year. We led the league with sacks. We had like 60, I think, something
Yeah,
like that. And I mean, he played a big part in that. And I think that we could place his production in a sense if we were to bring in another veteran guy that could kind of do the same things because you do have guys around him that can still get the same pressure. But I think it's going to be unless we replace him, like speaking right now with no replacement in sight. Yes, it's going to be a big loss for us because he played a bit. Even when he didn't get sacks, he was right there. He was getting pressure. He was, you know what I mean? Like we're going to miss that. So definitely, and that's just speaking today. Like we don't know who they're going to pick, in the draft or any other free agents. But as we speak today, yeah, I can see it being a big L.
yeah. What you think, Justin?
Not a big loss. It'll be a loss, but he looked the way he looked because he's in our system. And Clowney always been a good player, but when he was in Cleveland and all that, he wasn't the same player that you saw last year. So it's definitely a loss, but I think a healthy David Ajabo can get that similar type of production. Not saying he'll get 9.5 sacks, but he can at least get about 6 or 7 with healthy. Because when healthy, he was making plays. Just we got to get him on the football field. And then we bring back Calvin Noy. You pick up somebody like Emmanuel Agua, and you can still draft somebody. So it won't be too hard to replace that.
No doubt. Well, listen, man. Look, before I say what I'm about to say, I'm gonna need you, Justin. I need you to go buy some stock in David Ojabo because you really be last year. You said he's won 10 sacks, man. I'm gonna hold you to that one, man. You said he's
Yeah.
won 10 sacks. Don't think I forgot about that. That
If he
was
ain't
dope.
get hurt, he might have probably got it. But hey, so I mean, he got hurt, so I can't control him by getting hurt.
And that's his breakout star too. Remember, he said that was his breakout star for this
Yeah,
year.
man. You was
I
slopping.
can't,
You
I
was
can't
slopping
come
that
out.
boy last
Nah,
year.
cause every time the little times he has that he did play, he made a big play. He
No
made a
doubt.
big
No
play.
doubt.
He made a big play.
No doubt, man. Hey, man, listen, man. You been messing with me. You messing with me. I gotta mess with you back, man. I'm gonna fight back.
Absolutely,
I'm gonna fight back
absolutely,
today, man. No matter, I'll let
absolutely.
you hit me a couple times. I'm gonna hit you back today. All right, man. Look, this is a big loss. I don't know what you're talking about, man. This guy played at a Pro Bowl level last
Oh, for
season. He
sure,
was
for sure, for
great
sure,
at stopping the run,
for
and it
sure.
was one of our best pass rushers. He played fast. He really brought an attitude and an energy to that side of the ball. He was one of our leaders. I
Yeah,
kept saying that 9.5 sacks could have easily been 13 or 14.
yeah.
So yeah, David Ojabo, what you gonna do, man? You got some really big shoes to fill, man.
Like I said, he go to Carolina and he only have 3 sacks. Is I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you is I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it. I would definitely. It's going to probably hurt a little bit. It's not gonna hurt as much as anybody think. The reason why he made a lot of plays because of two players, Metabike and Owe. They did a
yeah,
lot of stuff
yeah,
to help him out, flushing the quarterbacks out, eating up double T's. So he had a lot of one on ones for the most part. We'll see if he still do that in Carolina.
yeah. I
Yeah.
totally agree, man. I mean, once again, like you said, system is very important.
Mhm.
So he was a perfect fit. So good luck in Carolina. You got to replace Brian Burns now. So, whew, but yeah, edge rusher, we're going to definitely address that in the draft now. Like I said, this just really opened up another hole for us to fill, man. Like, this draft, we are really going to have
Mm,
to replace a lot of players, man. But speaking
mm.
of the draft, on to the next topic. What player do you really want to draft at pick 30? We've been doing a lot of mock drafts, but today's the day. You're in that hot seat right now. Pick 30. What you going to do, Shannon?
I'm kind of stuck on Keon Coleman right now. I feel like wide receiver is a need. Like we have guys, but I feel like we need more, obviously. And I mean, of course, you can go out and get a veteran, spend the money or whatever, like the Ravens do. Cheap. We always say that. I mean, we know all the jokes that are made
Tired of
about
that.
how the
Tired
Ravens.
of that.
Right.
Tired of that
So
route.
so
Tired
I'm
of it.
so out. So outside of that, right? Like let's not even do that. If they do it, it's like that's such a Ravens way, right?
Right.
I'm stuck on Keon right now. I understand that his 40 time wasn't what people wanted it to be at the combine. I don't really care about that. To be completely honest with you, I mean he has great hands. He has ball skills. Like, what else could you want from your wide receiver? And I don't. I know that they asked Lamar at the end of the year who was some wide receivers that he was interested in, and he gave the team a list. I don't know if Keon was on that list, but I really, really hope he was, and I hope that he's available at that point. And shoot, we've seen Eric DeCosta go and draft wide receivers in the first round quite a few times in recent years, so we know he's not scared to do that. So right now, I'm locked in on Keon.
Yeah, I like Keon Colvin too. I wouldn't be mad at that one either, right there. I like that one. What you think, Justin?
I gotta give you just one guy. Just one guy.
I
Why
mean,
not?
you go more than one. I
No,
mean, like
you
I said,
can't pick. You cannot pick more than one. You have to pick your one guy at 30. It's your
I
draft
mean,
pick.
pick a guy. Like, I mean, if
I
it's
just,
got if it's
I
got to
just,
be this,
that's why I just asked so we can be on the same page, Shannon. Damn.
right? I feel it. Like it's hard. It's hard. There's a lot of
Uh,
guys out there I
It
like,
is.
so I get it.
I'll just do three to make it easy. For sure, Keon Coleman. For sure, like Shannon said, 'cause we got to get out that mode to keep, recycling old receivers. Yes, offensive line. Yes, but people forget the draft is not just one round. We have done severely better finding linemen in the second and third and fourth rounds, even fifth and sixth versus receivers. So and then you just signed Josh Johnson. You got all other guys in house that you got to give a shot to. So, yeah, Keon Coleman for sure. Uh, Donnie Mitchell is another one, and Brian Thomas Jr. Man, you one of those three, man. It's like because right now teams are just double cover Zay and say, Bateman, we're not tripping off him, we're not tripping off Aguilar. We're gonna double cover We're gonna double cover Zay and Mark Andrews. Now, Bilal, Nelson Aguilar, and Rashad Bateman to beat us, and it wouldn't be a recipe for success. So now you get one of those three out there to command the respect. Like I said, O line be fine. Like I said, we will get somebody second round, third round. Like I said, there's always veterans we have no problem putting together line. But receiver has been haunting us. Like I said, Zay is starting to change that mode, getting him. So let's keep it going with another one. So yeah, definitely either Keon, Adane, or Brian Thomas.
I like that. I like that too. Hey, I'm with y'all, man. I want a receiver too. Give me Xavier Worthy. I mean, man,
Oh,
why not, man?
them
What?
them small fast guys don't do it for me. They look good in shorts, running them 40s, and when they get out there, it's like
Man, listen, I watched Texas play quite a few
I
times.
did too.
He
Remember
was
John Ross?
every
John
time I
Ross had
watched
remember
Texas.
John Ross had 21 touchdowns in college. I'm just
He,
I'm just I'd rather have the big guy I know for sure that's gonna make a play
I
when
mean,
things get thick.
look at Zay. Zay's 5'9", what, 180,
But he didn't.
I
He
mean,
did. Yeah, but he played big. He didn't run a 4.2.1. So it's a difference with him.
yeah, I told you I'm gonna fight back today. Remember last week you said,
He didn't
hey,
run a
you're
4.2.1.
contradicting yourself. I mean,
No,
but
I'm not. I,
don't be
see,
that, bro. Like, listen, this guy, when he ran the 40, you can see the smoke coming off his shoes, man. This guy run like a superhero, man. Every time I watch Texas play, he makes a
he
big
what? And
catch.
Dave, I'm gonna say this.
Nobody run.
He wasn't better. He wasn't better
Let me
than his
finish.
team.
Hold on. I'll let you finish. Let me finish. Listen. This guy gets downfield. This is what we need. This is what we need. Look at all the times Lamar overthrew somebody last year. Whenever Lamar go deep, Bateman never happens. He almost never catches it. Once again, Bateman's talented, but he don't have
Mhm.
no awareness. Zay can do everything. This is the downhill threat that we need right here. And he could go over the middle. I know he's little, I get it. But that's what, strength and conditioning is for. But you can't teach them skills. One thing you can't teach is speed. This guy has good hands, 4-2-1. Let me take a look at that right there. I want, like I said, but any one of them receivers, I'm good with Coleman, Mitchell. I think Thomas will get picked before we get to him. I mean,
And you
if
don't
he
think
puts
that?
a 30, I'll
Hold
be
up.
highly surprised.
All right, that's fine. You think a guy that ran a 4.2.1 gonna be available at 30?
Maybe.
Ain't. No sir.
I mean, like I said,
No sir. No sir.
maybe.
That alone won't get him in within the top 15. That alone.
It could. It could. I agree. But like I said, it's a player that I want to see. Word. I want to see. I want to see little. Hey, just go.
I need the big, and I want the big body. We didn't have little
Yeah, I
short,
like.
fast guys.
Yeah, I'm more of a big. I prefer big wide receivers
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah,
I
So
do.
when
I
you get in the
agree.
red zone,
I love Coleman. Yeah,
all stuff like that.
I love Coleman. I agree. I'm cool with that too.
Yeah.
Any one of them guys. Just give me one of those guys that we just said. I'd be surprised. I think. So you think Thomas will go before Worthy? I think Thomas go before Worthy.
It all depends what team it is.
Yeah, I mean, once again, like we just talked about, he got more size. I mean, he runs 4.3, so that's not too much worse than 4.2. But I think Thomas will go before Worthy. That's just me. I don't know. But yeah, any one of them receivers, I agree. Let's get this receiver in the first round, put something next to Zay, and I want to see some more double tight. I want to see Likely and Andrews on the field more. Woo! Oh man, offense, King Henry in the backfield. Oh man, woo! Let's go. Let's
Stack the
go.
box up if you want to.
Right, exactly. All right, on to the next one, man. Ravens have 9 picks going into the draft. Do you think that they will try to get more than 9 during the draft? What do you think, Shannon?
The only way I see them trying to get more draft picks is if it's a lot of guys that's still high on their board available and they can move back and still get somebody they like. Other than that, I don't really see them doing that because we have a lot of needs ourselves that we need to fill. So I feel like unless it's something where, like I said, unless you guys that you want is still available, I don't really see them going into it like let's get more draft picks.
Okay. So you said no?
Yeah. No, no,
Okay.
and like no, unless they have players like a lot of players they like still available that they can get if they move back.
Okay. What you think, Justin? You think they're
I
gonna get
just
back?
same Shannon said. I doubt it. Unless like you said, like the last, or we even gonna move back. Like if some guys slipping, or some guys that we like are already gone, and like, hey, we're not gonna reach nobody. So let's go back.
Right.
Let's move back in the second round. Get an extra second or extra third or fourth. And
Hmm.
fill it out versus reaching on somebody in the first. So but like I said, 9 times out of 10, no, he's gonna take the pick. EDC. Uh, since he's been there, he hasn't traded out the first round yet. That's something Ozzy didn't mind doing, but EDC, he'd stick to his guns because he likes to
Hmm.
have the 5th year option. That gives him more time to work stuff out for us contract wise. So I'm gonna say it's a 95% chance no that we're gonna stay put at 30.
Okay. I think that they will. I think they'll stick at 30. But I think maybe second or third round they might drop a little bit because this is a super deep draft. I mean, fourth rounder, these guys could be starters for a lot of teams. So
Right.
I think, and they lost a lot of players to free agency. So you got to replace these guys. You don't have very much money. You're really tight against the salary cap. But and this is the Ravens. We do a great job at drafting players, man. So I think it's 9 right now. I think they'll try to end up with like maybe 11. So I think the first round they'll get that best player available, and then second or third round they'll drop down a little bit, try and maneuver that a little bit. Because like I said, I agree. You want that 5th year option on that first rounder. So I agree with you on that. You don't want to lose that.
Hmm.
All right, y'all. This is the last one. With all the free agency that's been taken up, there's still a couple of players out there. What free agent do you want the Ravens to sign? Who you want, Shannon? Who you got?
So since we've been back recording, we've all talked about different free agents and guys that we want to sign, and we've seen some of those guys go to other teams. For me right now, I've said this before. I feel like safety is a need that we aren't really talking about much. When you have a great player like Kyle Hamilton, like when you have great players in general, you kind of be feeling like a position is solidified. But you never know when you might need somebody. Like somebody gets hurt, you need somebody to go in there. You need depth at that position. So for me, I was looking at safeties when I was thinking about free agents that I would want to bring in. And I feel like Justin Simmons and Julian Blackman will be two guys that could actually fit either way. And not saying we need to get both of them, but I'm saying one or the other because you can bring them in and still utilize them in a way that we utilize our guys and we put them all over the field. And I think it would help our defense. I think they could be a good fit if we could bring them in.
Yeah, I like Simmons. That's a good one right there. Blackman too. Yeah, that's a good one. Who you like, Justin?
Hmm. Probably Edge, honestly. Only thing about that, Shannon, that's a good idea. Justin Simmons gonna want to get paid. He gonna want to be a full-time starter. That's the only thing about that. He not. I don't know if he's gonna be open to playing that Geno Stone role. So he. But it's a good idea. But Edge for sure. Cal Van Noy, bring him back because he's familiar with our system, and the scheme's gonna be the same. And somebody else, probably like a Emmanuel Ogba, pretty productive guy. Just an edge, any edge, Anthony Barr possibly. He can come off the edge, so just an edge guy. So because we're looking a little thin there, but that's it. Everything else, I feel like we can draft safety. I'd rather draft a safety that's going to be okay with their role because they have no choice versus somebody that's an all pro that might be like, hey man, I'm not, I can go somewhere else and play every single snap.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, I agree with you with Justin. Like I think Simmons, he's going to cost a little bit of money right there, and I don't know if he's cool with splitting time with
Nah, he not
Hamilton
cool.
and Marcus Williams. So
That ain't gonna
I don't
fly. That ain't gonna fly, fam. I'm telling you right
right.
now.
Right. Like, I think if anything, that would be a 1 year, definitely a 1 year deal if he came in. But that I like Simmons. That would be that would really be interesting there. But yeah, I like. But yeah, he had a pretty good career. Anthony Barr, yeah, but yeah, when he played, he dealt with some injuries. But Barr, he's been pretty good. My guy, give me Stephon Gilmore. Come on. I think the Ravens have about 13 mil left under the cap. Bring in this guy. He had a good season at Dallas. Put him with Humphrey, Stevens, Millette. That would really be hard to throw on right there. That would really be a no-fly zone.
Yeah.
Oh man. But that would really make our corners a position of strength once again. He would
Hmm.
fit right in for where Ronald Darby left. And that's one less thing that we would have to worry about in the draft.
I
Because
agree.
right now, I would like to get draft a young corner. But if we get Gilmore, I think that's one thing that we can at least put a band-aid on right now because we got other things to worry about. Definitely want to get at least one or two receivers in the draft. I would like one or two edge rushers. I definitely want two or three offensive linemen. So that'd be
That's
one less
all.
thing.
That's all the picks right there, David.
Yeah, that's really all we need. And maybe a young running back, maybe. But yeah, so I mean, I think Stephon Gilmore would be my guy right
I like that.
there. So, but I mean that's all I got right there, y'all. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wanted to say something about that comment that was left. The Ravens should have signed Clowney.
Yeah,
Um, we've talked about that for weeks. We all wanted him back, but we also knew once we started seeing him make visits that it was a possibility that he wasn't coming back. You know, he visited with the Panthers. He went to the Jets, and unbeknownst to us, because we never even heard the Ravens come up. The Ravens did make him an offer. He said the Ravens made an offer and the Jets made an offer, but he felt like the Panthers made more of a push to get him. So, and he's close to home, and he said it. I think he said it's one of his grandparents, somebody is older and haven't had a lot of time to see him play. So it was good for him to go back home and do what he have to do there. So I think sometimes we gotta cut people slack, particularly like GMs, when we don't know what's going on behind closed doors and what's going to make somebody say, "Yeah, I'm going to come back." The Ravens tried obviously to sign him, as he said, but he made his decision for him and his family. And we can't be mad at that, but I don't think we should blame or be mad at Eric DaCosta about that because he tried. It just didn't get done.
right. I agree.
Yeah, true.
I agree. Yeah, man. Well, look, man. Orioles, let's go. Opening day.
Yeah,
Let's
We
go,
yeah,
won,
Orioles.
yeah. Well, we
yeah.
can't
Let's
beat that.
do it.
Yeah, 11-3. Always put the smackdown on. I'll be at the game Saturday. So hopefully we could get a clean
That should
sweep.
be fun. That should be fun.
Yeah. Oh my
Corbin
good.
Burns, baby. Hey, that's money
Oh.
well spent right there. He was mowing them down like he was cutting grass, man. You striking
Hmm.
them out. One, two, three. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Get them out of here.
Oh man, great show again. David got some, had some fire topics. So we'll see y'all guys. We'll just do Thursday next week so we can just do all of our mock drafts at once, and then we'll take a little chill pill. On draft day, then come back that Tuesday. Review the draft and all that, and go forth. Man, so everybody have a great Thursday night. Watch the NBA. March Madness is now getting popping. Sweet 16. Baseball's back in effect. So it's a lot of stuff going on.
Getting
So
Hmm.
lit. Well, who y'all think
uh,
gonna win the tournament, man? Before we get up out of here.
you should know better than ask me that. You already know I'm gonna say.
You got
um,
Come on,
I
man.
was
Like
I would
yeah.
say I would say UConn for the men and South Carolina for the women.
UConn for both anyway.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think you can.
Gino say got something for Don Ass, but I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Nah,
But yeah,
South
Oh,
Carolina.
whatever.
yeah, you forget. You gotta catch up to him. He ain't got to catch up to them. But I respect Don
I
Ass.
don't care. That
Yeah,
don't matter.
yeah.
Angel Reese, LSU. Come on, I think
No,
I'm
they all I'm
Oh,
tough. All I'm tough with the standard still in women's basketball is still UConn. But anyway, great show. We'll see y'all next Thursday. Y'all have an amazing weekend. Make sure y'all trade. Y'all know what that stands for. Talking Ravens all day, every day. With your host Justice here and my two MVP co-hosts, Miss Shannon Fitz and Super Data Mailman. Love y'all guys. We
super.
are out.
good night, guys.
Good
Out
night,
y'all.
Shannon.